If you're coming in from our last videos, you now understand the basic terms and betting order in poker. But do you know when to push your chips and how to win hands? Hey guys, it's Eric here with CACasino.com. If you're serious about betting and want to move out of the Bush League, you need to remember these three basic tips: knowing your cards, your position on the table, and how you present your strengths and weaknesses to your opponents. When it comes to basic betting strategies, knowing is half the battle. The skill that everybody needs is to have the ability to look at their hole cards and the community pool to know what hands are possible. In other words, you need to know what you're holding, the combinations you can make from them, and most importantly, what your opponents could have and couldn't have based on your blocker cards. For example, when there's no potential for 3 or more of the community cards to be connected into a straight, you can rule that out. If there are no paired cards, nobody can have a full house. And when there are less than 3 cards sharing a suit, no one can have a flush. But remember, this also applies to you, so don't pretend to hold a hand that you can't have based on these observations. Your sitting position in relation to the dealer is everything. Besides the blind positions that we've covered previously, there are also the under the gun, UTG, middle, and late positions. UTG players are positioned to the left of the big blind and are the first to act pre-flop. If you play aggressively in this position, you can shake out the weak hand holders and even get out the blind players pre-flop if you make a big enough raise. Early position hands should be pocket pairs or high-valued suited connectors. Betting should be tight and reactionary for late position betting, as you may have potential callers waiting to act just after you. Middle position players should bet tight and act to the late position action. Here's where you should consider opening up your playable hand range. Look for opportunities to act aggressively when late position players fold before or on the flop, and when you find yourself the de facto late position player. Late position is where you'll likely make the most money. Players in this position act last in each post-flop round, and this is a massive advantage, as they can examine everyone's actions before it's their turn and act accordingly. When you get passive and tight opponents in the blinds or UTG, aggressive plays is a very effective and profitable strategy. Want to start practicing your betting skills online? Visit our website at CACasino.com, where we've listed casinos and offers for you to play live poker. And finally, once you know the cards in play and your position, decide how you want to present your strengths and weaknesses at the table. If you want to show dominance and get people to fold, raising pre-flop is recommended, but it can be just as effective post-flop if you're in the right position to act. In the early pre and post-flop rounds, acting like you already have a strong hand can make players fold if they have weak hands. That is, if the raise is sized and timed properly. Getting players to fold pre-flop means that there's going to be less players involved in the late game rounds. This in fact increases your chances of winning the hand. Inversely, minimum bets, checks, and limping calls show hesitation and weakness. Playing in a passive and tight manner allows you to either play a strong hand or give yourself another round to pull a hand together before pushing in big. How you play is completely up to your personal choice and what cards are available to you. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit that like button and pound that red subscribe button if you haven't already. My name's Eric, wishing you guys luck and reminding you as always, play responsibly.